weekly check-in time. Yeah, so I just got off of work, getting ready to go back to school. This is the latest fashion accessory for work. We can all wear our different types of masks, but I like the neck gaiter. It's the most comfortable, but I'll tell you, it's hot, and I don't like it, but it is what it is. So, anyways, back to the updates. It's been a great week. Another really good week. It's been crushing my numbers, hitting those. We made an adjustment, my coach and I did last week, and cut my fat down a bit, which I'm following a really low carb diet. So fat's my main energy source, and we cut that back, but boosted up my protein, and I feel great. I didn't really, the first day I think I was a little bit hungry and I felt maybe a little sluggish, but my body responded really well to that, and I'm down a couple of pounds. So, but still getting after my workouts. I'm on day, I think, 48 of 75 hard. It's funny because I don't even really keep that close of track of it right now because I'm just living it day in and day out, and it's just been such a great positive experience for me. I've had kind of a big epiphany this week, I think. So this is something like my 12th or 13th challenge or something like that. And while I've had success in the past, I think it was 2018, I lost about 35 pounds and was in the best shape of my adult life, and then I gained most of that back as soon as I stopped, following the program and letting those old habits creep in. And, getting back to it now, that's why my goal this go around has really been focused on the mental toughness, because I've been following the education. I know what I need to do. I just never committed to the lifestyle change, and that's sort of around the topic that I've had this big massive mind shift this week. I've talked a lot about with my coach and our team previously on how to make this a lifestyle shift, and a lot of that was like setting big goals and just chasing them, right? And I always took that as being physical goals, like not like endurance events, or something big and scary like a half marathon or like a half Ironman, or just these big physical events. And that never really appealed to me. And it's not because I'm not competitive, because I am. I'm actually a really competitive person, so that appealed to me. But I've had some health issues. I had to have my hip replaced a couple years ago, and I'm terrified of running because I'm really scared of breaking that implant or just doing long-term damage. I was young. I was only 38 when I had it replaced. And so I don't want to cause any unnecessary wear and tear. It doesn't hurt that I never really loved running. And so I was just never really motivated by any of those big events. And I guess I sort of felt like because I never went out and did anything like that, that I never really adopted the lifestyle. And while I definitely enjoy working out, it gets monotonous and mundane. And so it's easy to sort of go through bouts of quitting or just slacking, really, more than anything. So, anyways, I went back to thinking about that lifestyle change this week, and I started looking at my progress and the shift in my mindset through the 75 hard, and the mental toughness and the grit and the perseverance. And a lot of this stems to some of the books that I'm reading, and some of that sort of grit was one of the names of the books I was reading, and how passion and perseverance and grit really is like a huge motivator to keep going in life in general. And so I was trying to translate what I've been feeling through 75 hard and these other lessons I'm learning, and thinking about the lifestyle that I can adopt that will keep me on this trajectory, right? So stay with me, because this is kind of wordy, I know, but it's kind of hard to explain for me. But just hear me out. I have realized, and it's probably going back to school and starting a new job. We, recently relocated to a new state, and I'm working in a new school district that, fortunately for me, this district is huge on reflection and ownership and personal and professional development, and they really invest a lot in their staff. And so, it doesn't hurt that professionally I've been hearing a lot about new ways to push myself and extend myself to better help and serve my students. And so I found myself listening to podcasts. I usually listen to Andy, or lately I've been listening to Peanut Butter and Jelly Time. But then I've also found myself listening to more and more podcasts on my profession, on education, and looking at new ways that I can be creative and innovative and to try to teach kids how to be gritty. That I've realized what an invaluable trait that is. And through Andy and 75 Hard, I've learned that those are learned traits. They're not innate. It's not something you're born with. It's something that you can train your body and your mind to do. And I want to help train my kids, my students, how to be grittier, how to have more perseverance, how to have discipline, and ownership. And so I've found myself sort of studying that and seeking out that information. And meanwhile, I'm following my macros. I'm feeling great. I'm getting my two workouts in. My own personal grittiness, for lack of a better word, has been bolstered through this process. And I'm feeling so empowered. And I'm realizing, it just dawned on me on my walk this morning, this is the lifestyle change that I needed to make. This can be where I focus those big scary goals that I want to set for myself to keep myself going. I know from previous experience that the second I stop taking care of myself, when I let my sleep go to shit and I don't follow or watch what I eat and I stop exercising, I feel like ass. I lose all sense of self and purpose. My anxiety skyrockets. My motivation and drive just plummets. And in order for me to continue to feel like I want to empower my students, I need to continue to empower myself. And I can do that by staying disciplined, sticking to the things that I know feed my soul, if that makes sense. So that's the lifestyle change. Like the big scary goal can be professionally for me, and that I find to be incredibly motivating. I think that's my passion. I think I may have had a big breakthrough with that. Endurance events, while I'm a competitive person and I have enjoyed those in the past, I have run half marathon, and I used to participate in competitive sports, and while that was great in that point in my life, right now that's not what I'm passionate about. It's not driving me. It doesn't have a purpose. My purpose, I realize now, is to empower myself so that I can empower others. And I can't tell you, it's just been really exciting to sort of discover this about myself and feel like I'm finally in a place where I can actually make that happen. It's freaking awesome. I don't know any other way to describe it. I'm giddy with excitement at the prospects of having this new found superpower, for lack of a better word. I just feel like I'm in a position to make some great change for a lot of really great kids who really need it. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for this process, for the incredibly encouraging and motivating and inspiring community there at First Form, and just the doors that it's opened up for me. I never made that connection before, and now that I have, I feel like I have sort of unlocked this next layer or next step in my journey, and I sort of feel unstoppable, so it's exciting. Anyways, thanks for staying with me. I know that was long and wordy and maybe a little bit confusing, but hopefully over the next couple weeks before the challenge is over, I can hone in and really focus in on what I'm trying to say, because this challenge, like I said, I've done 12 or 13, but this is the challenge that has left its mark, because I feel like I've made such a huge breakthrough, and that I just feel like I have a way forward that is really going to help me fulfill my purpose, and that has been just mind-blowing. So anyways, good week. Hit my macros, hit my workouts, lost a couple pounds, feeling fantastic. It's not even about the challenge anymore. It's about like the rest of my life. So it's just the beginning. So anyways, hope everything's going well with you. Thanks so much for your time, and I will give you another update next week. Take it easy.